Hi Taurus, this is your Mid Jun 2019 reading. Taurus, all the videos we have done this month, including this one, are focused on preparing us for the eclipses that are about to come in July. Eclipses bring about karmic changes in our life, and the eclipses in July will be focused on your house of commercial activities and education and expansion of mind. We are looking to get into a new expansive phase of our life, which will help us learn a completely different skill set, a new commercial skill set, which will bring us to the next level in our career. But before we get there, there is an old ideology, an old vision, an old goalpost that we need to dissolve to enhance where we are going. A vision needs to be expanded, and who is going with us onto this journey needs to be decided as well. For that, Neptune is sitting in your house of networks. It is dissolving everything that is unreal when it comes to your vision of life, when it comes to your vision of where you want to go, and it is dissolving any connections, any relationships, any friendships, even any affiliations that do not need to be there in your life anymore, that are sucking the energy out of you and taking this energy from you that you need for this new vision that is coming in your life. It wants to expand the window from which you're looking at your life. It wants you to be free of the company, of the people, of the old ideology of your life that drains you and your energy. And Neptune is very strong right now. In fact, it is going retrograde on 21st of this month. It is dissolving an old goalpost. It wants you to aim higher. It wants to inspire you. It wants you to be in the company of the people who will go with you in this inspiring journey. It wants you to share your vision with the people who are in line with where you're going. So the past has to be left behind to some extent. The people who are in your company, in your immediate surrounding, the people who you connect with, the people who work with you, they have to inspire you. They have to be part of this new journey, which is very, very expansive in nature. Jupiter and Neptune are meeting together in an aspect called square 3 times this year. This happens once in 13 years, that these two planets get on a journey of 9 months to give a birth to a new reality of our life. And this is going to happen for the society, for the entire society. This is a global aspect which affects most of the structures in our society, the faith system in our society, the belief system in our society, the education systems in the society, the religion in the society, the ideologies of the society need to be shifted. An old way of being, an old faith needs to be given up, a new one taken over through a progressive process, which is not so easy. We are required to expand how we look at our life. This is an evolution of our ideology where we dissolve certain old limiting beliefs about our own life. This results in people thinking that they are right, leading to ideological wars. But on a personal level, especially for you, because it's a positive aspect with you, you can use this to expand where you're going. Get the highest inspiration about who you can become. And at this point in time, Neptune is giving you the desire to aim higher than you have ever done before. It wants to bring beauty in your life. It wants to bring compassion in your life. It wants you to be in company of people who are artistic, who are spiritual, who are psychic, who have more to give to life, more to see to life. They see beyond normal people. You want to get together with people who do have a vision beyond material reality to some extent, because you are trying to be the innovator of this journey. With Taurus, with Uranus in your sign Taurus, this is the time your generation will become the innovators of our generation. So the innovators have got to think out of the box. So your company has got to be with people who think out of the box. Your vision has to be out of the box. It has to have an element of, even if I call it over the top imagination in it, because the imagination is what leads us to breakthroughs. That is what Albert Einstein did, what that is what Galileo did. Both of them had Neptune in their 11th house of vision. They were out to burst some old truth that large set of people thought was reality, and they created a new reality for the generations to come. That is the kind of energy that you're working with. You're working with an energy where certain idealistic goals will come in your life and they will tempt you. They will ask you to experiment with them. Your job is to use your astute knowledge which knows how to cut through what is real, what is not, to decide whether you want to go there or not. And this month, you might have seen such an inspiration come through. You need to decide whether that is a temptation or that is a reality. Because we could lose our identity to a group, to a dream, to a cause here. But at the same time, a group, a cause, a highest inspiration can move you so much that you want to shift your direction. You are very low in your boundaries when it comes to the people who are in your network right now. Our boundaries are lowered when Neptune is strong because we are to learn from our network. We are supposed to absorb knowledge from the people around us. Our goals and visions are supposed to be dissolved and a new one created. So when that happens, you have the responsibility to be on guard of your mind to decide what gets in, what does not, what's real, what's not. Because you might find yourself vacillating about your direction in life when this happens. To some extent, that is required because your direction in life is changing, so confusion is normal. But the higher purpose, where are you going? The broad definition of your purpose of life needs to be clearly established and needs to be realistic. Saturn is sitting in your house of purpose and education. You are being pushed to some extent to decide which speciality, for example, what do you want to be known for? What is the line you want to choose? What is the purpose you're going together? Because you need to know your purpose to make all of this work. Then, having confusion over who will go with you, how the details will pan out, all of that is all right. But what is the general direction? What is the purpose? What is the higher purpose? Why were we born? Why were we incarnated? What do we want our life to be about? That is being asked very clearly to be defined, and Saturn is asking us to define that for a long period of time. This is not a short term goal. Once you have that bedded down, that will help you ground this energy which is nebulous in nature, which is asking you to interact with artistic, spiritual, psychic people who are different from you, who you thought you would never be in company with. You want to interact with people because they inspire you. You're seeking certain kind of friends that you did not think you would have. They could be artistic, they could be healers, they could be dreamers, they can be romantics, they can be offbeat in nature, they could be drunk and doped as well. You want to be careful about that. Well, in a limit, there is nothing wrong with that, but you know where I'm going with it, because these are offbeat people who you would want to be in company with. But are you attracting the right people to you? You want to be careful about that. But you are trying to dissolve who you used to be with earlier, because you're changing who you are. You're changing your inspiration. When we change our life path, when we decide to be inspired by different people, different things, the people who come with us are going to be different. Awareness that we have a higher power ruling our life and a little bit of surrendering to this path is required. Surrender is not a bad word here. But as I said, Define the purpose, because you otherwise will vacillate in terms of where you're going in your life, and you will lose a very, very positive, expansive, and beautiful aspect. This is a rare aspect that comes once in a decade in our life, to break through the myths, to break through the old faith, the old way of thinking of our life, which we thought is what we'll be living by, the rules we thought we'll be living our rules by. Those myths are being busted and new ones created. We are being asked to free ourselves of the people that drain us, of the company that drain us, and for us to realize who truly drains us, our resistance is being reduced. So, your immunity, you get irritated very fast if a person around you is doing BS, for example, because your threshold is being reduced, your sensitivity to your immediate environment is being increased, so you realize who and what works for you or not. Similarly, your sensitivity to where you're going, you have this constantly going on in your mind, that I need to have a bigger vision of my life. Am I on the right path? Am I going to the right place? Is this the thing to me? Are my desires in line with my aspirations? Am I going after the things that are up to my standard? Am I interacting with people who are in line with my values? Those kind of questions, and you will feel the pain of not being with the right kind of people, not being on the right kind of path, not having a bigger vision of your life. You'll feel the pain of that more, because it has to hurt more for us to shift things. And Saturn is asking you to fix your purpose. Have the discipline, and it is giving you the discipline in your higher mind to think beyond the mundane, to think over and above what anybody else is thinking, and innovate the hell out of your life. Find a unique path for yourself, which is aspirational, that gives you a reason to get up in the morning. You will have you will feel very strongly influenced and drawn by a cause that you think is is the aspiration of your life. Something will draw you more than normal. Look towards that. It is unconditional love for something, for a path, where you want to lead people to that direction. Albert Einstein and Galileo had passion about where they were going. They knew people did not agree with where they were going. They were busting a myth which for generations was standing there. But they were passionate about where they were going. And you find your tribe as you're doing that. You will find a completely different set of people around you over time as compared to now. When Neptune is in our house of networks, we do lose people. People come in and go out of our life. They influence us, they help us shift our mind, they help and add us, they inspire us, but they may not be constants in our life, especially the friends. But you want to be careful about who you let in for a longer period of time, especially when it comes to a business network. A person who's of influence comes in your life, you think they're going to help you in your business, you think they're going to bring you up in your company. You want to be careful about the promise of it all. We are very easily and strongly influenced by business networks and our friends here. But you could use this to benefit in terms of learning from these people who are coming in, because you're like a sponge right now. You are able to take in the intelligence, the thought process, the knowledge of a person who's coming in contact with you very easily as well. So we become this eternal student who can absorb a lot of information from the people who we are coming in contact with through internet. They could be our fan base. If you have a business of your own, they might be coming through you through internet, through ways which are not so traditional. They could be people who are very innovative and have offbeat ideas, and they can help you in expanding your material reality. because Jupiter is sitting in your house of finances, but these are finances where you benefit from other people. So the ideas and inspiration coming through your network can help you expand your material reality. Benefits come from sponsors, from partners, from other people with whom you can merge your talents and merge your ideas. These are business partnerships. On a mundane level, it could be inheritance and tax that can increase your monetary flow. Jupiter is there only till November in this area of your life, and it comes once in 12 years, where it expands the way you make money from other people, from merging with other people. It allows you to transform the way you are so you can merge with other people and benefit in that way. So every time there is a person who's coming in and they could be leaving from your life, look at it as an inspiration coming in your life, who's adding a new idea to you, who's adding a new talent to you, who's telling you something new about your path. People add to you, even though they may not be reliable, they may not be long lasting in your life, but they're there to help you get to your path. These are very karmic connections which are happening right now. Similarly, you could actually benefit by being in a business partnership with somebody, a committed partnership with somebody. You could benefit from having a marriage partner even at this time. You are looking to expand through merging with a partner in a deeper way. The proceeds of relationship are increased when Jupiter is here. Right now, Jupiter is retrograde, so we are internally analyzing how to enhance our worth, enhance our finances. But this month, you might be getting some clues on how you can merge your talents with another, or how could you enhance your worth further by working with certain set of people. So you're sort of in the know. You're in the know of market trends. You can see through future trends that are about to come. Trust your instincts when those ideas come to you, because your intuition is very heightened, especially right now. But when Neptune is so strong as it is this month, it's not the time to listen to other people, it's the time to listen to you. So, for this week and right now, trust your instincts more than you trust what anybody else is telling you. You would find expansion through valuing others as well, because you have this uncanny art of making the other person the best version of them. You can make the other person feel so open to you that you can draw out the best from people. This is a strength that you naturally have, but with Jupiter here, that strength is enhanced right now. You can expand the benefit you get out of the other person by making them feel amazing about themselves. And the merging of talents with another can transcend you. It is true both in intimacy as well as in business talents. So you could be in a business of handling money for others, for example. You could be in a matter where you need to psychologically connect with another person on a religious, on a spiritual, on a metaphysical, on a astrology, or those arts where you need to merge your mind with another to figure out what's happening with the other person's psychology, going deeper in with another person professionally or personally. You can give hope to others, and you'll see a lot of people getting drawn to you because they want to get a piece of you, because they want to get a little bit of hope from you. When we have Jupiter in the house, which is normally of crisis, you become a solid person in crisis. You become a person who can make the best out of any situation, provided you trust your intuition, you trust your instincts, you trust who you are. This is your core, which is being enhanced by Jupiter. Jupiter just expands our natural capabilities, and you are naturally a positive person who can weed out what is not required and look at what's valuable even in the most hopeless of the situations. You can inspire people, you can bring an organization out of being completely useless and make that person, because you can value what is true, you can figure out what is valuable in that person, you can figure out what is valuable in that business aspect. Be one with an inspiration, with a cause that you've decided is your path. Decide your path, and then try and find somebody who you can merge with, who you can learn from, where your vision can interact with another person and match that. Our boundaries are lower, which make us okay to let in people who are completely different. So I always suggest to do it proactively versus somebody coming and trying to get a piece of you. So merge with, interact with people who you think you would normally not go for, who you would feel normally even fear to some extent to go out and meet. Go out and seek support from people, sponsors, partners, people who are talented in your field, who you want to learn from. Merge your talents, your finances, because your boundaries are lower, you'll not feel scared to go out and do it. Zuckerberg is a Taurian, and I mean, he's launched the currency Libra, which is, he's dissolved his own identity when he's doing that, because he's trying to keep it separate from Facebook. And I'm not endorsing his actions, but I'm just giving you an example from a business context. He's decided to keep his individuality away from a joint business where he's bringing 4 or 5 companies together, talents of different companies together, because he knows alone is not the way to go to get that through administration, through regulations, etc. Combine your vision with a set of people who you know can merge with you and go forward with you. That would be my suggestion. Similarly, like George Clooney decided, I mean, he's using that in a different way. He's already popular. Neptune in 11 makes you very popular. It makes you very charming and affable to people, and you generally get a big fan base if you decide to go into, for example, launching something on a larger scale. It becomes easier for you to get sort of subscribers, followers, just fan base becomes easier for you if you decide to do something, because people like who you are, people like your aura, people are attracted to your aura, you are open, you bring out the best in other people, so they're attracted to you. He's using that capability, that charm, that ability, that people love you, they like you, they like the aura, they feel healed when they are in your company. He's using that for an altruistic cause, to help with Sudan, to bring out a cause. And you might feel yourself drawn to something like that, to use your talents, your creative talents, for some humanitarian and spiritual cause. And that is a very, very good utilization of this energy in a positive fashion. And you will see your prosperity enhance if you do that, because it will be in line with the energy of Neptune. So that's the aspect which is happening. As a result of this aspect, we have a full moon which just happened on 17th of June, which will have an impact on you all the way till 2nd of July. And that happened in your house of joint finances, in your house of you merging with somebody. So in my view, something might come to attention over the course of next 2 weeks, which shows you what I just highlighted, a way to figure out how you can merge with somebody at a deeper level, whether it is through a personal relationship or financially. At the same time, there might be certain crisis situation, market dropping, some sort of crisis in somebody's life, and you find a silver lining over there. You find an option on how to make that work, to turn that situation around completely and make it work for you and the other person. You have the ability to do that. Similarly, you might find a person who can tell you, who can teach you in a situation where you think financially something is not working out. You might find a guru, you might find a teacher who can help you, who understands that business and gives you a pathway. You might find meaning of life in the current situation. This energy eases you to go through a transformation at a much deeper level. It frees you from old attachments, old addictive attachments that are holding your power back, that is not letting you fully be you. So the fear is somehow given up. We sort of on a mission with this. We don't want to be afraid anymore. We don't want to be financially afraid anymore. We don't want to be afraid when it comes to intimacy in a relationship. We want to go full dive in, experience life fully. And when you want to do that, you will find different solutions. You will find boldness always finds new ways where you cannot find one. And here some sort of financial solution comes through. But in my view, this will come in joint situation with somebody, joint resources, joint talents, or a person in your personal life who supports you, who builds you up, who gives you more hope in terms of where you're going. At the same time, as I said, this is the time to weed out what is not serving you. Free yourself from certain things, whether it is an addictive food, it is an attachment to a person who you need to cut the ties from. You have to get rid of any negativity, because when we go into eclipses, we want to go towards our new path. We want to move towards something which is more expansive. So, whatever it is, whether it is old attachment, it is old addictions to things, patterns, emotional patterns, anything at the deeper level you know very well is holding you back. And if you do not know, ask somebody in your close proximity about it. You want to move into a different life. And that life, the work on that new life has already begun. On 12th of June, and we are seeing that in action right now, Mercury and Mars, they both activated the eclipse points of July. So some amount of karmic discussions, karmic messaging, ideas, commercial ideas coming your way, mental exploration, lot of discussions, travel giving you ideas, learning from other people, some amount of activity, even hyperactivity in your immediate environment is drawing out commercial ideas right now. Some amount of activity either with your co-workers, it could be in form of even some amount of arguments, I would say. These are intellectual, mentally stimulating arguments which are happening within yourself or with another person, where you're deciding, how do I want to go? This is very, very daring, because your belief system is shifting. You know that you're going towards a new path. Your intensity in this new philosophy, you sort of are saying, once I have decided, yeah, this is my path, this is my purpose, the intensity of following through on that path is very high. The desire is very high. The curiosity is very high. The motivation is very high. And the physical endurance to follow through is very high. This is an positive aspect with you. So it flows easily with you, to you. The ideas flow easily to you. The discussions flow easily to you. The power of conviction in a new path flows easily to you. You want to follow it. You will feel driven to follow it. And from now all the way till the 2nd of July eclipse, we are sort of working on it. We just want to get ahead of this energy. It could be in form of you traveling with somebody, or you receiving messaging from somebody who's far away from you, who changes your mindset and perspective about an ideology which was deep seated in you, and now you want to do something else. You want to publish, you want to go through a travel, you want to relocate, you want to change the line you were in, you want to change the speciality you were working on. This is a new commercial beginning coming your way in July with the eclipse of 2nd of July, and you want to present yourself in a different way. You want to shift the messaging, the branding of you. You want to change who you're known for in terms of your mental skills. What is your specialization? It is like graduating from a course, and now you have to decide which area of your life you want to be known for. Because come 2020, all of this energy moves into your career house. It's show time. Right now, this year, as I mentioned in the previous videos, is learning period. Your learning is accelerated. You're learning a new skill set which is going to commercially pay off for the next 30 years. So you are in a process of becoming right now. A new mind is being given birth to. A new courage is given birth to. A new skill set which will help you make self-made wealth is in process of being made. A new way of speaking, a new way of thinking. So your higher mind is shifting, your belief system is shifting, and your day-to-day skill sets, they are undergoing a massive change, an accelerated change. This is like learning on steroids. You're learning something, the learning curve is steep as hell. It's very, very strong, and you will have this energy go back and forth. Okay, how do I make this work? What are the details of it? Do I need to get into a new contract for it? Do I need to discuss any documentation around it? Do I need to take a course? Do I need to travel? Do I need to learn a different way of communication? Do I need to do the branding differently? Do I need to do marketing differently of what I'm doing? Over the course of next 9 weeks, starting from 20th of this month, all the way till 15th of August. We are going to go back and forth because Mercury will be retrograde in July, and we will be going up and down the train from whatever is being discussed right now all the way till 7th of July. We will be reviewing and revising that and going into the depth of it. This is especially true if you have planets between 24 degree to 30 degree of Taurus, which is if you're a Taurus sun born between 15th to 21st of May. Again, this adds to you. This is a positive aspect to you. Ideas flows to you that add you and enrich your mind. Enrich the way you communicate. Enrich the way you think about your life. Enrich your ideas of self-made wealth. Commercial ideas come to you, flow to you. They come from people who are different from you. They come from your mentors. They come from your surroundings, in your immediate surrounding. You interact with your sibling, with your co-workers. You travel short distance, not going too far, but you're getting messaging from people away from yourself. Your strength is in sharing your life with others. You cannot be a hermit here. You have to interact and dare to act on the ideas which are coming while you're interacting with other people. You will very quickly work on them. The speed is very high of follow through here. And at the same time, you're deciding, okay, I need to dissolve my old way of being. My old vision is not there because it's not in line with who I'm becoming. I have to look at my future and who are the people who will go with me. Who are the people who are giving me those ideas? Who are the people whose vision is in line with my vision now? If you have planets between 0 to 5 degree of Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, 0 to 5 degree. So if you're a Taurus sun born around, I would say 26th of April, 2 or 3 days before, 2 or 3 days after, there might be a home or family matter, a matter related to where do you want to live, where do you want to be based out of, or what about your family as you embark on a different journey. Maybe you want to take a sabbatical, you want to take a course. What about your family or personal situation when that happens? Maybe what you're doing is out of your comfort zone and you need to take care of your personal life and understand how that situation would work. So the next 9 weeks could be spent on that as well. From 26th of June, again, our mind and our actions will be very dedicated on how would our family and personal life work in parallel with that. That is irrespective of your degree. Even though the shift is coming in your commercial life, in your professional life, in how you make money, in what kind of skill sets, commercial skill sets you use to make money, in parallel from 26th of June all the way in July, there will be theme of your personal life which will run in parallel. How would my home and family be adjusted to this new reality that is coming my way? Am I comfortable? Do I feel secure enough with taking this leap, with taking this jump? And between 22nd to 25th of June, your ruler gives you a boost. It gives you a boost of confidence, it gives you a boost of faith, it gives you a boost of maybe even financial nature to some extent. If there was a past investment that was done, it could pay off as well around this time for a limited few. But more importantly, there is an infusion of confidence to go for this shift, to go for this change, to break through and a past. There is a past hurt which needs to be overcome of existential grief. This existential grief that my individuality is not valued and was not valued from a very long time. This is past as in from our younger years. That needs to be healed for you to move forward to this new path. There might also be certain limitations in your thought process saying I always have good ideas. The thought process will be, oh, I always have good ideas, but they never become anything. Overcoming that mindset, because our past cannot be the barometer of our future here. We have to overcome that in order to move to a different path. The fear of standing out, the fear that our ideas are chaotic right now, I don't know how to put them in form. Can my ideas be practical? Will they have a commercial applicability? Those fears will show up right when you're trying to take this step of faith around 26th 27th of June, and you have to overcome them, and that's why your ruler is going to boost you up, because there's something to overcome at that time. And 27th 28th 29th of June gives you a reset. With your moon, you're propelled into the eclipse season where you're completely charged up. Because Mars is moving in your house of security, you'll be charged up to do things that are right for you. The focus is moving to your growth, your security, taking care of your commercial growth. And that is the theme of the eclipse of 2nd of July, which is happening at 10 degree in your house of commercial success. This is a new phase that is starting of you positioning yourself, branding yourself in a different way. You might be launching a marketing campaign if you're part of a business, if you're part of a company. Or you might just be going full on after a commercial idea, which could be a self-made wealth, or you might be going for a course. You realize you need to take a skill set, you need to take a course for you to commercially be successful. It is related to a commercial communication. So, especially true if you have planets around 10 degree, or if you're born around 1st of May, 2 or 3 days before and after, you'll feel it very, very strongly. It's very well advised to take a course. Even if on the job you do it, your mind is open to absorb a lot more information, reading up, interacting, socializing with people. You will absorb like a sponge from your immediate environment. There is no need to go away, even staying where you are, but knowing that your channels are open right now to absorb a lot more information. So you need to be in good company. You need to filter out what is coming through to you. You want to be on guard of your mind in terms of what kind of news are you listening to. Am I making somebody else's melodrama my life? Because your channels are open. So limiting yourself from gossip, over information that is just occupying and wasting your energy, being careful of that. Filtering that out, but absorbing information, commercial information, adding softer strokes to your communication. Your key to success here is to follow the sign of Cancer in communication, which is have compassion, have emotions, have sensitivity in your communication, in your day to day communication, in your commercial communication. You want to use the softer sales skill. The key to success in sales is to use your softer skills. Use your charm, use your positivity. You do not want to come across like a teacher or a guru. Even if you're teaching, you want to come across as somebody who understands the other person's needs and feelings and private thoughts, and you ease them into it. Softer thoughts about yourself, even. You want to ease your mind into it. You want to show more courage versus authority here. Because authority will be met with resistance. If you try to be an authority in a network, if you try to be an authority in a commercial sense, that could be met with resistance and power struggle that you want to be careful about. This is especially true if you have planets between 21 to 23 degree of Taurus, which is around 9th to 11th of May born. You'll feel very compelled to go after your vision, but try to not come across as an authority, as a boss in that. If you try to be as somebody who's open to learn, who's open to absorb information, you will get a lot more done. This is not about taking even a formal education at work. At work, you if you accept thoughts, concepts, ideas, different ideologies that are coming from people, it will help you create a much more positive and bigger commercial success. And being open to talking when it comes even to personal relationships, your relationship with your sibling, being open about your thought process, your feelings, your insecurity, your fears, your needs, your security, by opening up and telling people exactly what you need, sharing your life and not keeping it to yourself. Seeking experience here. Seeking the experience. You want to experience life. You want to experience company. You want to experience a social life. Share your life with people in a more open way, and you'll see prosperity come more to you. The second eclipse that is happening on 16th of July is a completion of a chapter, is an illumination. It's an illumination of what is my purpose in life, and you'll feel that even during the early part of the month. This is clarity coming through. What is the path I'm supposed to walk on? What is the purpose of my life? What is the higher purpose of where I'm going? As I said, we need to fix that. That will help you be more successful. If you know the goalpost, this is not about the commercial goalpost. This is about the general direction. What is the purpose of what I'm doing? What is my why? What is my why? What drives me? What makes you wake up in the morning and do this thing that you want to do so passionately? What is the why? That why is illuminated with the second eclipse, and it wants you to release the limiting belief system, because it needs to be, the why needs to be expansive. The why needs to be bigger than you. Then only it will help you wake up every morning with the kind of passion you feel right now for a longer period of time. So that is what is happening in my view, Taurus. This is the overview. I thought this is required for us to get into the eclipse season, so we are ready for receiving the eclipses. I'll speak to you in July now, in the July videos. Good luck for what's about to come. It's a very positive energy. The second eclipse is at 24 degree, so that's more influential for people born around 15th of May. But again, these two are in positive energy with you, so most of you will see all of these energies flow to you easily, with ease. Ease your mind into it. Ease your mind into the shift that is about to come. So good luck, Taurus. I'll see you in the July videos now.